All 8 competitors here in the women's 200.
From Kenya. Kutoka Kenya.
Eunice Kadongo of Kenya will go in lane 1. Personal best 23.64 set a few years ago. She has done a few 100s here in this stadium so far this season.
From Uganda. Kutoka Uganda.
Lini Shida of Uganda will go in lane 8. Season's best of 23.85 set in this stadium at the end of April.
From Belgium.
This is Belgium athlete Imke Vervet. We've already seen a very good run from Rani Rassius of Belgium, 11.08 in the women's 100. What can Vervet manage here over 200? Arielis Martinez of Portugal will go in lane 2. You see, used to compete for Cuba and hold some of their national records, but here now competing for Portugal. Kyra Jefferson of the United States will go in lane 3. She's done 22.92 in Miramar, Florida so far this season. Personal best of 22.02. Gina Bass will go in lane 6. She set her personal best at the Rabat Diamond League a few years ago, 22.58, and that's the national record for Gambia. Shannon Ray will go in lane 4 for the United States. New personal best this season, 22.83. One of the superstars here in Nairobi. Sha'Carri Richardson will go in lane 5. There was a nervous pause there. I was thinking, is she going to come out of those gates? But she is here. Sha'Carri Richardson was really, really good in Doha. Hit that world lead mark and also broke the meeting record of Tori Bowie. Tori Bowie, of course, passed away very sadly last week. It was always fitting to see an American teammate take that meeting record in Doha. Richardson did go over the 200 in Botswana, coming home in 2nd place there, and myself and Jenny commented she almost looked uncomfortable around the bend. It was clear there was raw speed there and power, but it just didn't seem to work around the bend. So I'm really interested to see how Sha'Carri Richardson goes here today. Phenomenally talented athlete. So I wasn't surprised by that result in Doha. And let's see her have a go again at the 200 today. She's going to have stiff competition. Gina Bass outside of her is at a kinder lane, lane 6 for 200 metres. It's a slightly gentler bend, but Bass will be very conscious that Richardson is inside of her. Kyra Jefferson in 3, Martinez in 2. Kadongo of Kenya wearing her national strip with pride here in front of the home crowd. The meeting record of Christine Mboma back in 2021 set at 22 seconds, 0.39. Sha'Carri Richardson, just the comparison. 22.54 at the Botswana Golden Grand Prix, and then a notch up at Doha, but there's a lot of travel in her legs as well. Clean start in the women's 200 metres. Sha'Carri Richardson just easing up on the stagger there. Regina Bass already. Sha'Carri Richardson powering round the bend. Can she convert that into the straight? She looks tall, she looks smooth. Sha'Carri Richardson powers down this track here in Nairobi. She's got 40 metres to go. She celebrates, arms aloft, punches down as well. 22.08 from Sha'Carri Richardson. And she didn't even have to use her arms in the last 40 metres or so. It's not going to hit the world lead. That will stay with Julian Alfred, 21.91. But that is going to rewrite the meeting record here. Sha'Carri Richardson enjoying the atmosphere here in Nairobi. The original poster girl for this meeting was Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, for good reason as well, with the performances she's had in her career and here last year in Nairobi. Sha'Carri Richardson quite rightly rewriting the focus point for the female athletes here. That was a very, very good 200-metre race.
Well, what an improvement we've just seen there. That first 50 metres was incredible, but the way that she could hug the bend, she stayed to the middle of the bend and almost to the inside, much, much better than we've seen her do previously. But Hannah, I always want more, don't I? I always feel like I criticise athletes, and this is a positive criticism. But what time could she have ran? Like 21.8, surely, because that cost her. She was going away from the field with every single stride. And that last, what, 30 metres even? They weren't gaining on her, but she was just maintaining that momentum. And gosh, we would have seen a world lead. We would have seen a huge world lead there if she would have ran all the way to the line. But wow, what a talent. I know this woman is a talent, but I can't quite believe what I've just seen.
And also, just a note on what we've just seen. Apologies if anyone's enjoying their lunch or their dinner or their breakfast. But that's what altitude does for you. You would not expect to see an athlete struggling with intestinal issues at the end of a 200 metres. But maybe you would at altitude. But that was just sensational. The athletes here almost don't know what they've seen. That was so quick. And I think you're right. We saw Tebogo and Ferdinando Manyala sort of share a bit of a laugh and a joke in Botswana, and you quite rightly said, come on guys, run through the line, give us the full result. But Sha'Carri Richardson, she's not always pleased with the reception she gets in the media. She gets a fantastic reception in arenas. She's incredibly popular. She's one of our stars.
People love her. She is a star of the whole of the sport, and look at that, meet record, 22.07. She's got a 21.7 in her, surely. It's worth mentioning, I mean, fair enough, we have to go through the whole of the result. An amazing result, Sha'Carri Richardson, 22.07. Kyra Jefferson, 22.72. Shannon Ray, 22.82. Under 23 seconds is world-class sprinting. But she could absolutely demolish 22 seconds. But it's worth saying, the meet organisers, once Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce dropped out of that 100 metres, if you're listening, Shelley, we hope that you're okay. We believe you're in Italy.